Hello, my name is Michael Youngblood, and I'm working on my educational specialist in instructional technology. The title of my capstone project is Increasing Student Engagement with a Flipped Classroom. The problem and need that we have is there are still issues with student engagement in the classroom seen through missed classroom and homework assignments. The likely cause of poor performance in the classroom can be attributed to passive learning experiences a student experiences. Passive learning takes classroom time away from challenging students to creatively think, problem solve, and apply content knowledge. The one way to solve this problem is through utilizing the flipped classroom technique. The flipped classroom model helps increase student engagement and steers clear of the one size fits all way of doing things. The Capstone Project plan is for me to speak with administration about individuals that would benefit most from a workshop about flipped classrooms. Use data gathered by administration for individuals that could benefit from flipping the classroom and adjust grouping if needed. Research various teaching tools to be used during professional development, such as video, handouts, and various applications that will help teachers create video podcasts. Hold a series of 4 professional development sessions that will focus on creating video podcasts using the interactive smartboard. Create groups of teachers in professional development based on teacher readiness level, beginner, intermediate, and advanced. View videos that show flipped classrooms in action. Teachers will be asked to outline and create their very first podcast for use in their classroom. By the end of the professional development, teachers should be able to create a video podcast using their interactive smartboards. Have teachers fill out professional development and evaluations in Google document forms. The evaluation plan is to have teachers create their first flipped classroom lecture. Teachers will conduct classroom observation. Visiting teachers will observe one or more teachers during their planning period. After conducting classroom observations, the teachers will complete a GLOWS and GROWS evaluation form. This will give the teacher being observed true feedback from their peers. After the workshop, teachers will complete an anonymous survey supplying feedback about the PD received. As well as being observed by peers, teachers attending the training will be encouraged to continue with efforts of flipping their classrooms. The description of the capstone experience and results for overall teachers indicated that the professional development was beneficial. However, they are also indicated that more time was needed to create the podcast. When asked if they would continue to implement lessons like this one in the classroom, 52% of the teachers would. Consequently, when asked the reason why teachers would not continue with the implementation of flipped classrooms, teachers indicated that it takes a lot of time to plan the flipped classroom. In other words, flipping the classroom takes a considerable amount of time and effort, which is very limited for most teachers. Since this PD, there have been a few teachers that have asked for further assistance. The plan of this project and the actual process of completing the project were somewhat similar. As with most professional developments, flexibility is a must and allowance for change must be anticipated. For example, during the course of the professional development, meeting dates were changed and teachers had to be reminded to complete the pre assessment and feedback forms. Reflecting on the capstone project of increasing student engagement with a flipped classroom allowed me to work towards shared vision created for Ware County High School. One of the PBLs and ISTE 2008 requirements is for teachers to create authentic learning experiences incorporating contemporary tools. Aligning their classroom instruction with Common Core, and ISTE teacher standards is the goal for Ware County High School teachers. I was able to master the PSC Standard 1.3 strategic planning. I designed a project that afforded me the opportunity to explore leadership in the form of conducting professional development. I was also able to evaluate and assess my plan through the use of survey, where teachers provided valuable feedback that will allow me to grow as a technology leader and create better professional development lessons in the future. As in the classroom with our students, teachers learn at a different pace as well. I learned to adjust my lesson plans to benefit all learners that were trying to flip their classroom during this professional development. If I could advise anyone wanting to conduct a similar professional development or just professional development in general, they have to maintain flexibility. Things happen, schedule changes, and you have to be able to grow with the flow of setting mishaps. When working with teachers, you have to also understand that it is hard to sway prior beliefs. Some teachers get stuck in their ways, and the only thing you can do is show them that students are highly engaged and are learning. I want to acknowledge that I would like to thank the administrative staff at Ware County High School and the teachers for their cooperation during this process. In going back through my time at Kennesaw State University and going over my experiences with instructional technology specialist, I must say that it has been a very challenging experience. Most of the teachers have been more than helpful with this experience, and I want to thank Kennesaw State for allowing me the opportunity to come back and take on this venture of wanting to further my education to help our youth of today. As you look into today's classrooms, you notice that everything has become so technological savvy. And I felt like this is where education is going, and I wanted to get a head start and a jump on everything that kids are doing today. I also wanted to better serve our children and teaching them and trying to get a heads up on different ways to teach them technology within the classroom. I felt for over the past 5 or 6 years that technology has just become so important in today's society and within our kids' lives that we need to find ways to implement technology within the classroom. This program has allowed me the opportunity to further investigate and gain more knowledge on how to definitely add technology into the classroom and how to use the technology that students bring to school to also implement in the classroom. One of the things that people worry about more than anything is what about the less unfortunate kids that can't have the technology or doesn't have the means to have that technology. And I think you have to do a good job of blending with both groups of people or sets of people or sets of kids the way that you would like to blend technology within your class with the ones that are fortunate and the ones that are less fortunate. Most schools are starting to have little computer labs, and almost all kids now have cell phones or smartphones or Androids. So I think it's the challenge of the teacher to learn more about technology and how to introduce it into the classroom. I just want to thank Kennesaw, and I want to thank all my teachers for pushing me and giving me this experience to better serve our children of the future.